Now a fishing legend in his own mind, Rick Jordan.
I was packing a go bag champion this week. We actually packed go bags.
What is a go bag?
It means just in case if those flames get closer,
wow.
we can go.
Were you near enough to actually worry about that?
A little worried because had the wind been more south, it could easily have got to Island Lake and points further south. Hey, a terrible, terrible breeze. It could have pushed that thing down to Duluth, or certainly Two Harbors. It was kind of scary. We got very worried when we lost sight of Secret Lake because of smoke and the smell, and it's still affecting my throat. We do have some friends that were up close to Cotton on a lake. Pretty nice lake, and I just forgot the name of it. That's probably better. But they got hauled away by, I think, a county sheriff after flames got closer and closer.
Wow.
But it did not take their house.
All right, well, that's good.
And our phone's apparently not working today.
Well, Russ apparently is not available at this point. So
that rascal.
Yeah, rain certainly made a big difference with those fires. The rain overnight, and it's supposed to rain off and on all day today, along with cooler temperatures. So that will certainly help.
That's good. Yeah, we really needed that. Right. I can't imagine what the folks up on the fire line said when that dark cloud came over and started dropping. They're the size of quarters. That's how big the rain drops were.
I'm getting there was probably a lot of yippies or wahoo. Or...
Give me another beer on that one.
All right, we'll take another break and be right back with somebody and Rick right after this.
I'm Tim Lesmeister, and this is from the pages of the Outdoor News, brought to you by Onyx Fish and coming at you from the Fleet Farm studio. Freshwater Fishing Hall of Famer Mr. Walleye Gary Roach should be Mr. Crappie this time of year because he loves to chase those big black slab crappies. I'll tell you what he's doing to catch the real big ones. But first...
You fish the same waters year after year. But what if your next best fishing story is just a few miles away? Onyx Fish builds on 15 years of experience, giving hunters and adventurers a revolutionary angling tool to help you find new water, new access, and new fish. Find the right lake. Know the species, size, and abundance. Get expert local insight. Navigate to the right ramp fast. Then go fish in new lakes like they're your home waters. Don't chase reports. Make your own with Onyx Fish.
Freshwater Fishing Hall of Famer Mr. Walleye Gary Roach says the best way to catch those big slabs this time of year is to use a crankbait. A crankbait for crappies? You bet. These are very small crankbaits. They're called crick hoppers. There's a few others out there that are very small lipped baits. And he said you got to focus on the vegetation. And this is not that lush green vegetation that you'll find this summer. This is any vegetation that is holding forage for these crappies. These minnows have moved up shallow now, and they're hiding in that cover, and these crappies are just sitting around the edges, waiting for a minnow to pop out, grab an easy meal, and if they see one of these crick hoppers vibrating across the surface, they're going to go up and they're going to crush that lure. And these are big fish. This isn't the small crappies. These are the bigger ones. And that's what he's targeting. These lures only run a few feet below the surface, but that's all you need to keep them right above that vegetation where the big crappies are sitting. From the Fleet Farm studio, this has been from the pages of the Outdoor News.
The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
You know, Dave... people have asked me, does that guy talk like that in person?
I don't know.
Yes.
He does.
He does. That is absolutely, he's not putting on at all.
Ah, good.
That's the way he talks. Hello, Dave. Good to see you today.
Very nice. Well, he knows fishing, apparently.
He knows Pat Kukl.
I'm not sure he does.
Oh.
But we do.
Good morning, Pat Kukl.
I'm so glad that you answered that question that's been haunting me for years. Does he really talk like that?
Yes, he does. How are you, Rick? Boy, I haven't seen you since last fishing season.
We're not making fun of him because he's a good guy, but I wondered.
To be honest, I think he makes $1.50 on that show, but he married well. You know, kind of like what I did.
Yeah, Yeah, for sure. You have a great voice. We all know that.
I want you to record that and put it.
I'm recording it right now.
Okay. I have, as I aged, got my grandfather's voice, and it's pretty raspy sometimes.
I think I have my mother's voice. I think I'm actually turning into my mother, which on some levels really worries me.
Take the good parts. Drop the bad ones.
Oh, Lord. So it's quit raining.
It has. We're in the mid-50s or so, depending on where you are.
My kind of weather. I'm not a hot weather person, but the rain was annoying and the winds were annoying. So it's good. So we're on our Friday roll. And we are, I'm going to just bring this up. Among the many things that we do here, we also offer our customers consignment and appraisals. And, of course, as time goes on, sometimes you have to move into a smaller place sometimes. So we handle that. We'll go pick it up. We'll value the items, and not just firearms. A lot of people have been reloading, and we're in the middle of what prompted this is we're in the middle of this right now, and we're honored to do it for our customers, and we're very happy that they trust us to do it also. So it's not just guns. A lot of times it's loading presses and ammunition and things like that.
Clothing, not so much.
No, not at all. No clothing. No, there's one of the things. There's optics. There's everything, but it's not an unusual thing, and we've been doing a lot of this year especially. So we should have this last one. It's going to take us a while to get through it, but by the end of next week, we should have all the firearms up and ready to go in our special consignment area. So, and there's quite a few, so we're working away on that. It's just like people just, the thing with consignment guns is they're unusual and varied.
Yep.
And, and some of them are quite old. And that's not all are wonderful, but, it's fun to look at.
Flintlocks in stock?
Actually, we do. Take one in. Yeah. We did. I don't know if that's old. But, there's still available as a new firearm. But now with the late and the black powder, it's all about easy, So, but every once in a while somebody wanders in and asks for a flintlock.
Okay. Since we got a little extra time here, I got to tell you, my grandfather started a campfire for us in southern Missouri when we were hunting pheasants using a flintlock.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yes.
Wow.
I would still be down there trying to start that fire.
Well, what was funny was we had about 7 people there. Nobody had a match, a lighter, or anything. He says, well, you people, watch this.
Yeah.
Boom. Fire took off.
There you go. I know. We could learn a lot if we'd listen.
Yeah. But, you talk about some of that stuff that Grandpa had, various uncles and grandfathers around. It's got a valuation to it.
Yeah.
But sometimes to us it means more than on the for sale sign.
Absolutely, and a lot of people know that and understand it, and some people, we have to talk them through, and that's fine because it's hard. I mean, it's not easy to let go of certain things. That's for sure. So you're right. There's value and there's value, but that's part of the game, and we're happy to do it for people. We've got, right now, of course, there's those fishing folks that are out in the lake, so right now is a good time for us to take in consignments. We have a little more time. Mm-hmm. Of course, we're getting ready for trap season. We have a lot of trap loads out on the floor right now, and the kids are still coming in looking for trap guns, and we're doing our best to fill that niche also. So that always makes me happy. That will never make me unhappy. Every year I get, it's so wonderful about that youth trap shooting team. I know I talk about it a lot.
I know you do, but I think it's fantastic. I don't live too far from Bert's place up off Normanna Road, I think it is. And I can tell you that they are really giving those flying clay pigeons a run.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. sports overall is just a wonderful thing because you can do it your whole life. Your whole life you have that with you, and that's a big part of it too. So you have to make a few. Sometimes you have to make some corrections, and we all have our eye problems, as you well know. But yeah, but it's something you can do your entire life. So it's great, and it's great to see it too.
Yeah. Do you have some good deals going on at Sperry Sure Supply?
We do. Again, I'm keeping those trap loads as low as I can for folks. So far, they haven't been affected too much with the tariffs, and we hope that continues. And the firearms hasn't been affected that much. We've got May 23rd. We have another Browning rebate for all the firearms across the board, and that'll be starting May 23rd. I'll talk about that next week. But come on in, poke around.
Yeah, where are you located?
We are located at the corner of Ogden and Winter in Superior. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
Pat Kukl, thank you very much.
You bet.
So the weather is going to be a little chilly, but feels good after the hot stuff the other day.
Yeah. It'll be below normal for the next week instead of above normal.
Below for a week?
Yeah. 60,
why do they have to go to that extreme?
I don't know. 63 is your normal high, and we'll be in the 50s pretty much every day next week.
Oh, man.
All right.
I'm still going fishing, though.
That's all right. Should be good fishing weather, I would think.
Let's hope I'm knocking on wood.
Just dress appropriately, as they say.
Yes.
9:26 now at KDAL.
Experience the proven terrain-conquering capabilities of the Yamaha Wolverine family of side-by-sides available right now at RJ Sport and Cycle in Hermantown. With the Wolverine RMAX 2 1000 and RMAX 4 1000, class-leading power meets maximum comfort and versatility. And with the Wolverine X2 and X4 1000 and 850, serious performance meets serious value. Get up to $5,000 in combined customer dealer cash off select 2024 RMAX 4 models now. Find your Yamaha Wolverine at RJ Sport and Cycle in Hermantown or rjsportandcycle.com. Always protect the environment. Wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation. Vehicle specifications subject to change.
During wildfire season, safety comes first. If you're evacuating, Superior Fuel Company reminds you to shut off your propane tank. It's a small step that can make a big difference. Stay safe. Superior Fuel Company cares.
You're listening to The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
A diamond ring.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to buy this diamond ring?
Oh, Gary Lewis. Jerry's kid.
He was Jerry's?
Yeah.
It was.
One of many Jerry's kids.
They had a Dean Martin kid, too.
Yeah, he was
Dino Desi.
part of the Dino Desi and Billy deal.
But who was Billy?
Billy Hench. He, I don't know, he was the son of a hench. But, yeah, he apparently was related or something. I don't know.
Oh, those Hollywood kids.
I know it.
So, I stopped at Charleston's yesterday. And I was privy to the dirtiest, most filthy black and white dog, Johnny, that I have ever seen.
Yeah, Hank's a mess.
Yes, he was. I'm glad you admitted that. What happened at that? What did he do?
Well, in our backyard we have a pond, and there's been a family of wood ducks living back there, and with a pair of mallards. And every time Hank goes back there to check on the pond and sees the ducks, and he makes a lap with the ducks and scares them off, and then he comes back out and is a mess. And then as soon as he dries up, he goes back and checks again. So usually about 3 times a day he comes in looking just wrecked.
Well, I admire his conviction.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. He's got a bullhead, that's for sure.
Oh, what's it, Hank, right?
Hank, yep.
Wow, I remember when he was a born puppy, a brand new little puppy.
brand new little puppy 7 years ago.
Look at him now.
Yeah, what a mess.
Got to admit, last week or so, we've had some interesting weather for fishing, eh?
Yeah, we've had some 90s, we've had some 70s, and sure have had enough windy days, too.
Yeah.
Today included, so what are you going to do?
Well, I don't know about you, but I can take the chilly, and I can take the 90 degrees, but that wind, it scares me.
Yeah, no, if it's windy and rough, then if you're going to go fishing, pick the smaller lakes with lots of islands so you can duck around and try to get out of it, but never seem to get all the way out of it.
That's exactly what we did. The son was driving the wheel of the boat, and we got right behind an island and hopped from island to island behind. And did we catch fish? A little bit. Yeah.
Well, me and the lovely Lynn took a ride out to Chequamegon Bay in the boat on Tuesday. Plenty windy that day too.
Ooh, it was going right at you, wasn't it?
Yeah. We put in over in Chequamegon Bay, and we're drifting with the waves towards Ashland. It was still worth doing. It was better than not fishing, but yeah, a little choppy out there.
Yeah, but you got it's a good boat, big boat.
Oh yeah. The boat will take a lot more weather than I will. That's for sure.
Good point. Are people catching fish coming back saying, "Wow, did we do great at whatever"?
I heard some good reports off of fish. A couple good reports off of Boulder, and the nicest walleye I've seen so far this season. A guy came in with a nice 27-incher off of Island.
Really?
So that was a dandy.
I'd like to know how deep.
Yeah, me too. But I think they were still finding things a little on the shallow side.
Oh, yeah.
I think those fish, can't blame them. They're, even though we've had plenty of hot weather already. The water's still plenty cold, and so they're probably nosing into some of that warmer water.
One of my sons and I were fishing behind an island at Island Lake, and I don't know, 9 to 20 feet, and he caught walleye, bullhead, crappie, and something else, all within the same little, house lot size neighbor area, all right there.
It's quick.
Move around is what he was telling us. We got to move around.
Yeah, keep on. Especially if you find yourself in a dead spot, don't spend too much time. Just keep on moving till you find the action.
That's right. That's a good point. Some good deals at Charlestrom's right now.
Well,
I know you got fresh minnows. I saw that landing yesterday.
We got fresh ones, and we also, today's project, I'm packing up our smelt from the season. So we've had smelt curing for the last couple of weeks, and so I'm getting stinky with the smelt today.
Well, the dog won't run with you.
No, the dogs are they're walking away from me now. So. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's any relationship between you and Hank.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yesterday Hank was a mess, and today I'm a mess.
All right, fair enough. But we can get minnows, leeches, and crawlers. Which do you think we should have? All three?
Well, of course, that's
of course you said.
But if I was going to take just one thing out in the boat this time of year, boy, those chubs sure are working good.
Yep, good choice. I have to admit, that's what we caught ours on. Chubs,
yep.
All right. What are your hours right now, John?
Bait shop opens up every morning at 6, closes at 8. Archery opens up at 9, also closes at 8, and then we shut everything down hour early at 7 o'clock on Sundays.
Good deal. Thank you, Johnny. We'll see you a little bit later.
And shiners are still available.
Shiners are available. Pass the word. Thanks, John.
Pass the word. Yeah.
So the Minnesota DNR is asking the public to give them comments about muskie fishing.
Oh.
What's wrong? What's good? I don't think they're interested so much in what you're catching them on, if you're catching them at all, but trying to find out where the lakes are that carry muskies.
All right.
Now, you'd be surprised. We've got some pretty good muskie fishing right here in our backyards.
Right.
Island Lake every once in a while coughs up. But the St. Louis River, between, I don't know, the entry, I guess, and the dam, can be unbelievable muskie fishing.
Really?
That's what I hear. I don't have any personal experience catching a muskie.
I know there's some sturgeon in there, too, I heard.
I caught one.
They're big fish, right?
Oh, Dave. You got a minute?
Well, I suppose, sure.
I was fishing all alone. I had what I call it was a leaky boat.
Okay. One you don't stay in too long.
One I can't really give the name of.
Right.
But I was messing around. Had 3-horse motor. This is 25 years ago.
Wow.
And I put in at the Boy Scout landing and kind of drifted around, motored a little bit. And over by what's the name of that lift bridge?
The old Arrowhead Bridge?
Even further up.
Oh, the
railroad bridge.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oliver Bridge.
Oliver Bridge.
Yeah.
There you go. I was in that area, and I caught the bottom.
Oh.
And then the bottom started going that way, and then it turned and came at the boat, and never did find out what it was.
Wow.
And I reeled it up, and it jumped, and there was a family over there that was water skiing, but they saw what I was fighting, and they came over and said, that was a very huge something or other.
Okay.
I said, well, I knew that. The dad said, no, it was huge.
Wow.
So what it was, muskie or one of the more less exotic fishes. And that's still there.
Okay, you never brought it in.
Never could land it,
Okay.
never got it near the boat to dip. But it was over 3 feet long.
And it's 25 years older now.
It's 18 feet long now.
Probably much bigger. All right, we'll be right back.
I was at a concert one time, and he was in it.
Jerry Lee Lewis?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
And just pumping piano?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pumping.
Known as the Killer.
And it was also a guy named Roy Orbison.
Oh, my goodness, that was a good concert.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed that one.
Well, I knew you then. We were in school together at
Oh,
that time.
wow. Oh, way back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in the early 20s.
Okay.
Back on the frenzy, I'm going to sneak over to Superior again and see what's cooking with Dave Miller at Northwest Outlet. What's up, Dave?
Hey, we're out running around with our rain gear on trying to test it out.
Well, this is it's still raining?
No, it's just sprinkling on and off. But it was a really good thing. You know, all those rain dances we did before it happened kind of finally came into play.
Maybe 4 days too late.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'll tell you, that's something up there. And son Scott's been up there for 2 days with the Hermantown group. And,
boy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And, geez, it just came up from down by the lake, and the wind is just ripping down there right now.
Well, that's tough fishing.
Yeah, oh yeah, gosh, it was really blowing, but now back up the top of the hill, it's not so bad. So,
don't we live in an interesting area?
We do, you know, and just people looking at the forecast and it's going to do this and it's going to do that, but it's always like where, you know?
Yeah.
But
we packed a go bag, my wife and I.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that gets exciting, doesn't it?
We didn't think anything about it because we said, oh, no, that's way north. And then we got a lot of smoke, and that got us going.
Yes. Oh, boy. Yeah, I wish I was closer so I could help you if it came into play. But I guess that's part of what happens. We all know somebody that lives up in that neck of the woods, and the only good part is there's a lot of dead wood ticks right now.
Oh man, interesting to hear the topics when the TV, radio, news people talk about the trees that are going down. Some of them are ones that have been killed by bugs.
Oh, it's like here a while ago we drove over to Grand Rapids, and there's areas there where you're driving for miles, and it's nothing but dead or almost dead spruce trees. And I can only imagine that same thing is going on up there. And it's like you watch some of the video and you see the white smoke. Yeah. That's a pretty clean burn, and then all of a sudden there'll be a burst of black, and then it's gone, and that's another live tree that's burning. It's really scary, with that stuff going on, but what can you do? And it's the other thing that amazes me is all the different little campgrounds and stuff that are up there that you don't even know are there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're not going to be nice for a while. But it's like at the store, it's just been really busy with people that are getting ready to go. A lot of them up to the boundary waters, but different places, and then guys that are going fishing, or I shouldn't say just guys, but folks that are going fishing and looking for the rain gear for the weekend here, because there's evidently a contest down in the Bayfield area, and those were some people that I talked with, but all kinds of, and at the store too, the other thing we see, and yesterday in particular, was people that are coming in from 30 miles away from here, dressed in shorts and a T-shirt, and all
rookies.
They need a sweatshirt and some fleece, and the good news is we got it, and we're getting them taken care of. So like the Columbia and the North Face, all that summer stuff, and in the ladies department, the colors are incredible. In the men's, we got all kinds of good stuff. The zip-off pants for everybody, all the sandals and the rubber boots and camping gear and fishing gear and sun hats and stuff and permethrin for your anti-tick tick thing. But it's just been really good and really busy there, and getting a chance to help lots of people. That's always the fun part.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lot of fun after you've been out on a day like, yesterday, rainy, wet, whatever. Then you realize, should have listened to what Millsy said.
Yeah, we were just down for a quick doctor appointment, and it's like, well, should I put on my rain jacket or bring the umbrella? Because I got them both with me.
What are your hours at Northwest Outlet in Superior?
Yeah, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Saturday 9 to 5:30. We're closed on Sunday because we got to get out and test all this gear.
Oh, yeah.
And, folks, whatever you need for the outdoors, come check us out and keep checking for ticks. They're out there, and everybody have a great weekend. Don't get too wet and don't get sunburned.
Dave Miller, Northwest Outlet, thank you. I have a picture that my son took of me, Dave, in the boat last Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, look at that. You look like it looks like it was chilly. You're everything but wrapped up in a blanket there.
Well, what I was going to tell you is look at the shoreline. Forget about me.
Oh, the shoreline.
Yeah, a lot of shoreline.
That's true.
Island Lake is still down.
Oh, I see what you mean. I wouldn't have even noticed because I guess I don't know what it looks like normally. Yeah.
Duh.
Right.
So it's down about 2.5, 3 feet.
Still, huh?
The docks are in from Minnesota Power. But
maybe the rain we're going to get here over the next day or so might help.
I hope so. Oh, man. One thing. The rain is going to eventually get into your favorite lake.
Right.
So if it's low, 10 days it'll be back up.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
We'll be back. We got more of the morning, more of the Friday Fishing Frenzy coming up.
Time now for a Natural Resources Minute, brought to you by the Minnesota DNR.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Stearns from the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. The state fishing opener on May 10th opens the gates to thousands of licensed anglers. But did you know that you can fish for free in many state park lakes? It's true. If the lake is located within a state park boundary, Minnesota residents may fish without a fishing license. You will need a daily or annual permit to enter the state park, and you need to adhere to state fishing regulations. But once you're in, the fish are yours to catch. For more information, see mndnr.gov/fishing.
For more information, call 888-646-6367. This has been a Natural Resources Minute from the Minnesota DNR.
A message on my phone. We're due for some more rain within minutes.
Oh, really?
People
Okay.
to the west and north already getting it. To be headed into the city limits in seconds.
People in the fire area are very happy to see any rain that we get.
Very happy. Matt King at Fisherman's Corner, top of the morning.
How are we doing?
Pretty good. What do you hear? I mean, are you busy up there?
Nah, a little slower this morning. I think the weather's affecting that, but I think we'll pick up as the day goes here. But we need the rain, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. We need to get these fires out, and but no, it's been pretty good. People been getting out fishing and enjoying it and doing good.
Doing good. That's what I'm putting on my calendar. Good fishing. As you look north up the highway, did you see any smoke the last few days?
I have not. Good. No, that wind has been keeping it, away from us down here. I haven't seen any yet since those fires started. So, hopefully we'll get this rain will really help, and maybe they can get them under control and get them out.
Yeah, this has got to help, no question about it. I will say that a couple of days ago we had a north wind that blew some smoke at us. Not serious, and that was enough for my wife to say, "Let's pack the go bags."
Yeah, you never know. I mean, that wind can switch and it can change things, and it can. They've been eating. Those fires have been eating up ground really fast.
Yeah, they sure have. Unbelievably fast, like running speed. I was told by one guy.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty devastating for sure, but. Hopefully they'll get her under control here, and we'll go forward.
It's kind of interesting to hear some of the little towns that were involved in it and how they opened their doors and welcomed all the people up there to help fight the fires. From Hazelt's Corner all the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of people getting together and helping out, and it's a big task when that happens. So you got to really, it's tough. That's all I can say.
Oh man, thank you for doing all that, fellas and gals up north. Well,
for sure.
How has fishing been this week after the opener?
Pretty good. They've been hitting pretty much all the lakes around. The river's been good. I've heard, let's see, where else have I been hearing some people? I heard the Fish Lake Bridge was a lot of pike.
Good.
A lot of pike, not so many walleyes, but, and then, where else have I been hearing some things? I think I haven't heard much out of like Rice Lake and stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on there. If people are shying away from that with the, that not supposed to eat them type deal.
Well, we got a few lakes that carry that.
Yes, Fish Lake's the same.
Yep.
I have heard Fish Lake was decent.
Good.
So. Yeah, people have been getting out, though. I mean, it's been nice to see people in the store, and they're doing well. They're having fun, and we're selling a lot of bait, I can tell you that.
One guy wanted me to remind our listeners. He said, "Hey, you're the Rick Jordan on the radio." I denied it. No, I'm Dave Strandberg. And he said, tell people on the radio to bring extra wading gear. So... some of the landings are low, you might not have enough water under your bow to get on the trailer.
Sure.
Okay. Interesting thought. I'll do that.
Yeah. Definitely, I would say knee-high boots at the minimum are a must.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. And so you get out there, even if you're standing on your trailer, at least you're not going to be soaking wet.
Yeah. I say back the trailer down further.
I think the other thing, too, is to remind people to be patient, right?
Not my favorite word.
Patient at those landings and make sure that they are
Yeah.
There's no reason to be arguing with anyone or anything like that, you know. So you be patient. Everybody's, sometimes people have issues down there and different things. So just be patient about it. You'll get your boat in.
Yep, and it can't hurt to give that person a hand too.
No, that speeds everything up. Sitting in your car does not speed anything up. If people help each other, you can get things moving quicker, and then maybe they'll lend a hand next time also.
One more thing, as long as we got extra minutes, we got a lot of minutes. When you get your boat off the trailer, don't just tie it up to the inside of the dock. Kind of motor it around to the outside.
Right.
Because if you're clogging where the boats are coming down, it's going to be slower.
Absolutely. If you can get it out of the way, if somebody is with you and they can just take the boat out there and just sit out there and wait for you and then pick you back up at the dock, that's a good way.
That's it.
Or like you say, if you can't do that, then pull it over to the other side there. So while you go up and park your trailer, somebody else can launch their boat at the same time there.
Bingo. So the bait of choice for us, I'm going back to Sunday, I believe, was minnows, 9 to maybe 19 feet of water.
Oh, okay. So you're getting down even pretty deep already.
Well, the graph kind of showed something down there.
Yep. What were you seeing for water temps?
53, 4, something like that.
Okay. So it's not, it hasn't gotten up over the 60s yet. That's good. I mean, that warm weather was a little bit premature for what we're used to this time of year, I guess. But, and that happens. I would say we're selling more minnows than anything, but, minnows and crawlers. That's what I would say we're selling the most of. We are selling quite a few leeches, too, but mostly minnows and crawlers. And the chub has been probably the most prevalent minnow we've sold, but we got everything. We got golden shiners, spot tail shiners. We got these creek chubs.
Creek chubs,
they're big.
Big guys.
The pike guys really like them. And the smaller ones you can use for walleyes too. If you want to try to target some bigger walleyes. I would say the chub and the crawler's been the number one baits, and then all the other minnows are right there with them. And that'll start to get a little bit more. Leeches will get a little heavier as we go, and that's just kind of how it works. Hopeful we'll get in some bigger leeches coming up here, and we do have the green worm too.
No, that's a new one to me.
Yeah, so it's a crawler. It's a nice big crawler, a Canadian crawler, but it's green. And when I mean green, it's green, like neon green. Yeah, I don't know what they feed them, but they're green.
I have. You got them in your store?
I do.
I'd like to see that. We'll stop by here today.
Yeah, they're pretty neat. We sell a bunch of them too. Something different, add a little color down there, and people say they work well.
Well, we'll try anything that somebody says works well. The trick is keeping your live bait alive from Sunday to Saturday.
Yes, and I think when we had heat like we did last week, the best way to do that would be with one of them bait coolers with an aerator, and then take, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, freeze up some little 16-ounce water bottles and rotate them out of your cooler, and put them in there to keep that water nice and cold, and then you got it, so you got your water cold, you got aeration, and don't use your tap water if you got city water.
No, I don't. We have well water. I don't even use that. I walk down to the dock and then dip a big bucket down there and then break my back as I'm walking back to the garage. And I share that water with the crawlers and not the crawlers, but the leeches and the minnows. And knocking on wood, I did lose a few, but we still have a good supply.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they're these bait coolers have really changed the game.
Yes.
And it's a good thing. People can save their bait, and like you say, you can make it through the weekend. You might lose a few, but you're not like the olden days where you just had a float troll to throw over the side and leave it there, and you go in there and 3/4 of them are dead.
It was a minnow coffin.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Good old days. Well, some good deals up at Fisherman's Corner.
Yeah, we've got everything is on sale. We got electronics and reels and fillet knives, tackle boxes, all 10%.
And green worms.
Yeah, green worms, sun shirts, rain gear, deck boots, life vests, rod and reel combos, 20% off. Stop on in and check it out. We're full of bait, and we're ready to put you out on the water.
Thank you. Matt King.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Keep it tight.
I know.
Well, heading up to 10 o'clock, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Want to go fishing today?
No, I don't know. I got something to do.
I'm going to take you fishing one of these days before we both end up somewhere else.
Oh, boy. Well, you have to wait till they take seniors fish for free.
We should work
They got
on
one
that.
of those days?
Mothers get to go fishing
I
free.
know. That was last weekend. I know the kids get to go out free usually, but
we're always jilted, aren't we? Old guys.
Oh, well.
I think there is an age where it becomes free, but I don't think we're there yet. We're still in our 40s.
Yeah, 40s. We were at one time.
That's our waist.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go fishing, have fun, talk about it amongst your friends, and then give us a call next week.
All right.
Thanks.
You'll be back next week. Another Friday Fishing Frenzy. Stick around. After news, it'll be the Brusiski Show here on KDAL.